Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? This is Butters. Not too sure how to go about this next little thing I'm trying to talk about. So I'm just gonna go for it. Me and my buddy, I put on my off-road wheels like 2 days ago, I think that's what it was. And we were like, all right, hell yeah, let's go off-roading. So we loaded up. It was a really rainy day. It was when what was that? It was a little bit after Hurricane Sally. That other hurricane, I can't think of it right now. I'll put the name of it somewhere on the screen. But the hurricane after Sally, that is close to, you know, the Gulf, brought in a lot of rain as well. And so it was a really rainy day. It was a muggy, rainy day, and we knew we were gonna get into some rain and stuff like that. So I normally don't ride in the rain, but I was really itching for some off-road trails. So I put on my off-road wheels. We go out to Academy Sports and we look for some rain gear, and I find some Frog Togs, both top and bottom. So we went, did that, got him a pair of some, got me a pair of some. We went out riding. All right, so normally in southern Alabama, and you know, like some crazy brush, there's some pretty big freaking insects. And me personally, I do not like most insects. So it was like 70 degrees out and rainy. So we're like, okay, so the trails should be all right. Let's just go out and give it a shot. And plus we were covered from head to toe in rain gear. Nothing was showing except, you know, our maybe like our necks was probably the only thing showing, was our necks. And so we're all happy, just woo, let's go on and go ride, man, let's go. So we head on to the trails, and we get on the trails and everything's wet. It's slippery as hell, and our front ends are wanting to wipe out, like completely lose traction and just disappear. Oh shit, my front end almost wiped out. So not even probably 10 minutes into the ride, I'm going pretty quick through a trail. I got my buddy Eddie following me, and I'm going pretty quick for the front wheel came up a little bit there. Anyway, there was a little spot that it was like a straightaway, so I was like, yeah, let's get on it. And in front of me there was maybe a like a piece of wood or something like that I had to brace for. So I realized what was in the path was a big ass spider web, the biggest spider web I have seen in my entire life. And on that freaking spider web was, at the time, I thought there was two big ass spiders on that thing. I actually, like, the size of my hand, two spiders the size of my hand. All I saw was a two like big black like objects sitting in a big ass spider web. What am I to think? The only thing that sucks is you can't see it on the video. Like, I tried to look for it, but I just could not find the object, or the spiders, or what I had thought was spiders on the video. Like, you can't see it. It's not good enough quality or frames per second, which really sucks, because they were big enough to where I honestly swear to God thought that it was you'd been able to see it, but you can't. I got video of all of this. I'll be probably posting clips of it as I'm talking about it. But so once I see that, I immediately freak out because there's nothing I can do. I'm already going second gear, and for me with the SM with big wheels is it's pretty quick. So I love that little front wheel lift on second. But so it's pretty quick going through the trails. So there was nothing I could do. I hit that shit straight on, and I immediately freak out because I hate spiders. Oh my mother of Jesus! If they're like not on me or not in my house or my home or anywhere near me or can cause harm to me, they're okay, as long as they stay away from me. But when there's the biggest spider I have ever seen in my life floating in front of me, coming right toward my face, and there's nothing I can do about it, it's terrifying. That was the biggest fucking spider I've ever seen in my fucking life. And so right after I hit that, I get into my own head and just freak myself out. Like, I don't say a whole lot after I hit that. I'm scared. I'm fucking scared, dude. As soon as I hit it, I screamed like a little girl, but right after that, I still ride for maybe another 0.1, 0.2 miles, probably less than that. And then buddy on the mic says, do you want me to do a spider check on you? I say, yes. So I immediately get off my bike, and before he can even start looking at me, I have him get right next to me before he starts checking me, because if he sees one and he's over there and can't do nothing about it, I am gonna cry. Oh. Come over here, just in case you see. I want you to get it off immediately. So I jump off and I have him look me over, and we don't say anything at all, so thank goodness for that. But man, can't breathe. But right after that, I have him going ahead of me because I said, screw that, I'm done with this. You go ahead of me. I don't want to do it anymore. So, whew, thankfully, he goes ahead of me. And this is some pretty crazy trails, because after all that wind, it just blew everything in the path. Like there were trees that fell in the path. Maybe not trees, like small tiny trees, something that you could like move over, but there's stuff all over the place. And damn, I don't know where I'm at. But so there's a couple spots where we had to stop and move some of the branches out of the way just so we could get past. I mean, once we moved them, we were good, but like the ground was just so slippery that my buddy took a shot to the ground and took the bike down with him. Went down with the bike, and it was pretty funny. But he was all right, so it was all good. After the ride, though, he was he was sore. The adrenaline, I guess, was pumping in him at that moment. Said he was fine, but he was a little sore. But other than that, it was all good. spider check. It was right after we passed one of the little teeny tiny, not really tiny. It's like a hanging, a spot where you would you'd be kind of scared if you know you had arachnophobia, like one of those hanging branches where they like make their little nest in between the little, yeah, that. And so he said he saw one, so he said he wanted a spider check. So we were doing constant spider checks on each other. And this one in particular spider check, sorry, my dinner's coming back up. But this one particular spider check, we I check him over, I check him head to toe. You'll see in the video of me checking him, and I looked pretty damn good all over his body. Like, I checked pretty much everything. And so I was like, all right, dude, you're good, let's go. So, and then we see a little twig up ahead, another downed tree, and we pull up to it, and as soon as we pull up to it, I see something black, like on the back of his like shoulder, like going down to his armpit. And then by the time I realize what it is it's going down on a web to the floor. So it's slowly getting off of him. And I said, dude, don't move. Oh, hey, don't move. I didn't want to have him freak out and then somehow have him move or freak out a little bit and have the spider come back onto him. So what I did was I just said don't move. And it eventually hit the floor. I was like, dude, it was on you. You could hear it in his voice. He's like, oh really? Maybe not like that, but it was pretty funny. Anyway, it was a big ass banana spider. Those things got a lot bigger than I thought they did. So I've seen a couple here and there around here, and they'd be around